I'm not used to talking into a microphone. My voice usually carries pretty well without it. So Rick gave us a pretty good introduction. I won't spend much time talking about us so we can get to the panel. Irish Titan's been around 10 years now, actually. We have 19 employees. We use only our internal team. We don't use contractors or offshore resources. We build e-commerce sites, complicated websites, and then the online marketing and strategy around that. And the thing I always say that I really want people to remember about us is that we focus on business first, online second. We're not going to build a site that doesn't work and support your actual business. We're not going to sell you things that you don't need. So business first, online second. And then the funny thing I want people to know is that we're closed only 2 days a year, St. Patrick's Day and the day after. So, the day after being more important. All right. So, Rick, this moderating is great. Like, I don't really have to prep. It's just a ringleader. No real content provided by me. So let's see here. Let's get started. We will go through some introductions quickly. So Darren Cotter on the left side, clearly the winner on the panel with the best first name. He's the founder and CEO of Inbox Dollars, which rewards consumers for their everyday online and mobile activities, such as searching, shopping, taking surveys, watching videos, playing games, and more. The company has paid consumers more than $30 million since 2006. Darren, you want to add a little bit of your background?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Thanks, Darren. So a little play on the name quickly. I'm not sure I've ever been in the same room as somebody else named Darren before, let alone the same panel. So that's pretty interesting. Real quickly, a little bit more about Inbox Dollars. I founded the company when I was going to college back in 2000. It's just really a small dorm room kind of hobby company for about 4 or 5 years. I thought there was a lot of potential to grow the company, so I kind of proved out the concept in 2004, 2005. Built out a management team in 2006, and we've been scaling the company pretty aggressively since then. Today we have 40 employees. It's up from about 30 employees since the start of the year. So we're really aggressively building our team this year, and we're continuing to do that. I expect to add about another 10 people over the course of the year. So that's pretty exciting for us. And I think one more thing I'd like to add about Inbox Dollars before we kind of dive into the panel is that affiliate marketing isn't just a component of our business. It really is our business. Our entire revenue model is based on affiliate marketing, and we were north of $25 million in revenue last year. It's also one of the primary ways we attract new members to join Inbox Dollars to the tune of several million per year. So very important to our business. I'm excited to be here talking about it today, so thank you.
Okay, Chris Carlson, next in the middle. Chris is a longtime friend. I've known Chris for a long time. He's the founder and CEO of 4Cubed. It's an affiliate marketing company in the online poker space. Through 4Cubed's websites and affiliate network, they have delivered over 3 million player accounts to online poker operators around the world. The company's latest focus is on the newly regulated online gaming market in the United States. There have been a lot of changes in that last few years. So Chris, do you want to add a little bit of color?
Sure. Thanks, Darren, and thanks for having me here. It's actually an honor to be up here because I was sitting out there a couple years ago, and I've been working with Mike Brommelkamp for quite a while, 7 years now, helping my company grow and become what it is. And he introduced me to Rick, and Rick has brought me in here and been an advisor to me. So it's kind of a nice culmination for me to be sitting up here and all these people who have been around me helping support my business and become what we've become. So we're an affiliate marketing company. We drive traffic to our websites, which we then deliver to poker operators online. We are paid various ways for the performance we drive for those poker operators. I've also become a super affiliate in that I've driven so much traffic to these websites and been paid so much that I then take those offers and then resell them to other marketers online. Just like Darren was saying, my business is solely focused on performance-based marketing, affiliate marketing, and that's how we drive 100% of our income. We are a $3 million company. Like they said, we're focusing on the United States right now. There's a lot of exciting activity happening with regulatory actions. New Jersey, Nevada, and Delaware are all regulating online gaming, and it's an exciting space for my business, and that's where we're headed and focused right now. So thanks.
I am forever actually indebted to Chris because a few years ago, circling back to the basketball conversations, I played some hoops, and he was accidentally, through my fault, copied on an email exchange that was supposed to be in my basketball group, which was terribly HR inappropriate, and he let me off the hook. So, Rick Gardner is our third panelist. And he's the CEO of Affiliate Management, a full-service affiliate management agency that helps internet retailers increase sales through strategic affiliate partnerships and improve their return on ad spend across the affiliate channel. They have client experience working with internet retailer top 500 companies like FICO and Groupon, but have also successfully launched and grown affiliate programs for earlier stage internet retailers. You want to chime in a little bit?
Sure. Thank you for having me. So our business, we kind of play the matchmaker. So we help internet retailers really connect with affiliates, helping them launch and grow the channel. Have had the opportunity to actually work with Darren's company as a publisher for some of the clients that we manage. But we'll talk a little bit about more of the ecosystem of affiliate marketing in a bit, but we're an agency and service provider helping companies grow this particular segment to their marketing channel.
Great. One thing I meant to mention earlier when I talked for just a second before we get into the panel, Adrienne and Kayla, will you guys please raise your hands again? I talk a lot at these events and network a lot. If you need anything else from us, make sure to follow up with them too. I tend to screw things up if I get too involved. And we wouldn't be where we are without the two of them, so I wanted them to get a little bit of... See? We'll have an HR meeting later. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So Rick, why don't you start? If you do a good job, we won't ask you first every time. What is affiliate marketing for the benefit of everyone here? What are the steps? How much does it cost? How long does it take? Just give us a lay of the land.
Sure. So probably the easiest way to look at affiliate marketing is really referral marketing. So there's a couple different components. You have the merchant or advertiser. You have the affiliate, or also known as the publisher. You have the network. And then in some instances, the agency. So you have affiliates across all sorts of different categories. They can range from bloggers to review sites to paid search affiliates that are buying traffic. They're referring consumers to the internet retailer or merchant site. Anytime that consumer completes a purchase, they're paid out for that action. And that action could be a rev share on the sale. It could be a flat rate dollar for driving a new customer. All of that's tracked through the network, so the technology platform that's handling the reporting, the payments, and the tracking of affiliate referrals. So that's kind of a high level. I don't know if you guys have anything you'd care to add to that. That's good.
I'd say that's pretty thorough.
Okay. And for what it's worth, my wife just understood what affiliate marketing was probably in the last 2 years. So we've been married almost 6. So it's an interesting, exciting world, and looking forward to sharing more insights.
We are going to save some time at the end for some audience Q&A, so just know that will be coming up if you have any questions. You can say, Chris?
In my industry, the poker marketing companies spend about 50% of their marketing dollars on the affiliate channel. So it's basically marketing money they spend as long as there's action taking place on the consumer side. So they're only incenting and paying me if my users are taking an action on their side. So they're guaranteed some sort of business as a result of my users coming in. And like I said, in poker, they spend 50% of their advertising dollars in the affiliate marketing channel.
Chris, why don't you keep rolling? We'll ask you the next question. So we have a range of businesses here in the audience, from business to business to consumer, or B2B to B2C. Let's see. Can all of these businesses benefit from affiliate marketing? Is it more appropriate for certain niches? What businesses should be most interested in learning?
I'd say any business that's selling a product or a service. So that could be anybody here, I would hope, to some form or another, but largely driven online. So online will help facilitate all the tracking mechanisms to make sure that whatever's being paid for can be followed and tracked, and the networks take care of doing that in the digital environment. It also, affiliate marketing in and of itself can take place here, for instance. If you're being paid to refer people to come to Rick's Club E, that could be considered affiliate marketing. You're just getting a referral percentage for their sending someone to this event. It largely takes place, and it's more effective digitally, but it can also take place more casually, as it were, as sending leads to Rick's Club E event for that matter.
I'd agree with that. So my background is entirely B2C, and that's our entire universe. And so affiliate marketing works very well, but it also works really well in the B2B space. I think one difference that you'll probably find with affiliate marketing B2B versus B2C is that the cost to acquire a customer is significantly higher. Generally, the value of that customer in the B2B world is significantly higher as well over time, thus the upfront higher cost. So the model works very well, and to agree with Chris, anybody who's selling a product or service online can benefit from affiliate marketing.
Yeah, I think if you look at consumer, B2C versus B2B, it's typically the affiliate model. So you have consumer-oriented businesses paying out on a transaction versus a B2B company is probably paying for a lead or a little bit earlier on in the funnel.
So what are common, well-known examples of websites that are using affiliate marketing? What websites would this group or any of us be going to all the time that we don't even know are using affiliate marketing? Darren, you want to take that?
Yeah, that might be the easiest question. Any website you're making a purchase on is almost certainly using some form of affiliate marketing. So Amazon, if you ever bought a product on Amazon, if you ever read a review about that product before you went and purchased that product, you probably clicked on an affiliate link and you probably generated some affiliate, some revenue for that product you purchased on Amazon. eBay has a large affiliate program as well where they reward affiliates not just for making purchases, but actually if you're a new user who's never signed up for eBay, they'll compensate affiliates for that. So those are two examples, but again, anything you've purchased online from any company probably has some form of an affiliate program.
And then what are common examples of affiliate marketing providers? Who are some of the big giants in the industry that perhaps people have heard of? Rick?
Providers in terms of networks.
Junction.
Yeah. So some of the larger networks out there and providers include Commission Junction, which is based out of Santa Barbara. They were actually founded here in Minneapolis, and then the founders got smart and moved out to Santa Barbara. There's also LinkShare, Google affiliate network. Google shut down their affiliate network. ShareASale. There's a lot of the three that I just mentioned, LinkShare, CJ, and ShareASale are kind of the tier 1 networks. But there's also a lot of second and third tier networks that are focused on specific segments. So ClickBank, for example, does a lot in the ebooks and online publishing space. And then if you look at consumer technology, companies like Digital River and Avangate have their own networks that are specific to digital goods and those types of products. So, choosing a provider, you really want to find one that specializes in your product and niche.
So moving from that overview into more of the process, how would someone launch an affiliate program? What are the steps? How do they get started? What does it cost? How long does it take? Things like that. One of you want to volunteer to take the question, or should I pick?
Well, I can start. I think there's some blocking and tackling type things that you have to solve. So you probably have to choose a partner, like a Commission Junction, and decide who's going to own and manage your affiliate program. So there are steps like that. My feedback would be make sure you understand what the structure of the affiliate program is going to look like and what the economics look like. So you're selling a product for X dollars. How much can you afford to pay an affiliate for referring a new customer to you? That's really important to understand. And that's one way you can stand out above your competition. Likely you have competitors selling that same product, right? If you're willing to pay affiliates a higher percentage or a higher dollar amount, that's one way for you to stand out, or for your affiliate program to stand out versus your competitions. So yes, there are blocking and tackling things, and maybe we can speak to additional of those things as well, but really understand the economics and the structure before you get too far down that path.
For me, I'll come at it just from my business perspective and how I decide what products I'm actually promoting. Price is one of the components, and price is important. And if a product is paying me a higher commission, then I'm going to choose to promote that product. But even more important is the conversion ability of it. So if I'm sending leads to a partner or an advertiser, I want to make sure that advertiser is then able to take that lead and convert it into a paying customer on their side. That's their responsibility. So I'm providing them the lead. They have to convert it into a paying customer, which is releasing my payment. So the better they are converting them into customers and making them customers, the more apt I am to be working with those advertisers. So in terms of getting an affiliate program up and running, I would say nail your product model first. and know how to have a product that people are going to want to buy, and then I'm going to want to promote it and make sure it gets a lot of visibility across the market space and out there in the world, and people are going to find your product as a result of my marketing efforts.
And the only thing I would add is really defining what action you want to reward affiliates for. Are you looking to generate leads on the front end of a longer sales cycle, or are you looking to have affiliates really help bring the customer across the finish line and complete a transaction? And then understanding your total lifetime value of a customer will help you, decide what thresholds you want to pay out. So, you're not completely underwater. But understanding again that acquiring the customer is most expensive. We've seen merchants literally pay. They're underwater for that initial customer acquisition, so that their product costs $30. They pay affiliates $45, but they're able to upsell and cross-sell to those customers, which is where they make their margin. So really, understanding your customer value and what other incremental opportunities exist after you acquire them is also some things to consider as well.
Chris, why don't you take this one? If someone here wants to get started on their affiliate program, how do they get these affiliates to promote their business? So if they're selling horse boots or artwork to China, or professional services, how would they get these affiliates to promote their business?
Well, an easy answer would be ask Rick after this session for his contact information, and he can help you, connect you to both the affiliate side of the business and the networking side of the business that can provide you the software, but also the affiliates that are then going to be promoting your program. That would pretty much be the best way to go about it.
It's a good answer.
That was an example of affiliate marketing, everybody.
So what are some of the horror stories about working with affiliate marketing? What are examples of things that have gone horribly wrong, and what should people make sure to look out for so that they can avoid that?
So in my space, I'm basically out there marketing someone else's product. So you have your direct marketing spend, and then you have your affiliate marketing spend. So I'm going to be competing with you in certain cases in the search engines for your own traffic and your own search traffic that you're paying for in other marketing channels. So you really need to be careful, and you need to be able to police your affiliates and make sure they're not squatting on your own brand names or really trying to compete against you for your own marketing dollars you're spending on in other ways in your marketing channels. There's also, pricing is really important here. Revenue share is a really attractive thing for us affiliates. We really want revenue share deals. We love to participate in the lifetime share of your customers. If you're not careful about how you're pricing it, you're going to be paying me into perpetuity when there's no real service I'm providing you at that point in time. So understanding your lifetime customer values, as Rick was talking about earlier, is extremely important when you're considering doing revenue sharing agreements with your affiliates.
Are there different kinds of affiliates? Darren, you want to take that?
Yeah, I think there's lots of different ways to segment different types of affiliates. I know one way we look at it at my company is to look at one group of affiliates, which are entities that own their own content. So it might be a website, it might be an email list, it might be on social media, but they own that content, right? So then they put affiliate ads on their own content. That's one group of affiliates. The other group of affiliate then is they don't own any content at all, but they, on your behalf, go buy media, clicks, etc., from major platforms like Google or Facebook. So we differentiate between those two types of affiliates, not because one is good and one is bad, but because it's important to understand the difference and align incentives. So in our business, again, when we were small, we were happy to work with affiliates who didn't have any content and who bought on our behalf from major platforms like Google. As we've grown, now we want to do that directly, right? And we want to control that directly because the economics are better and there are strategic reasons as well. So if we have affiliates doing that also, kind of to Chris's point, we end up competing against our affiliates to drive traffic to our own property. And that's a challenge. That's not good for us. It's really not good for our affiliates either. So it's important to understand that and put the appropriate rules in place.
So let's move into some of the metrics, some of the financial aspects of it. Rick, how many customers can people acquire with affiliate marketing? What's the typical cost per customer acquisition? What are some of those metrics?
You know, the cost per acquisition, or CPA, varies tremendously. If you look at, depending on, again, the value of the customer, you see CPAs as low as 25 cents. You also see them on the upwards of $45, $100, depending on the business. I know financial services is a very competitive marketplace. So you look at the Experians, the FICOs of the world. That's really cutthroat. So and if you want to get publishers to pick up your offer, they're paying out $45, $50 per customer. On the e-commerce side of things, I tend to, maybe it's my sales background, but tend to like to sandbag. So in terms of managing expectations for new clients, we typically tell them that they can anticipate a 10% incremental lift in e-commerce sales coming through the affiliate channel in the first 12 months. There's outliers with that. Some companies, especially early stage, will have literally 50% of their revenue coming in through affiliates. But those are some of the metrics that you can anticipate launching an affiliate program and working with affiliate partners.
So how do you measure the profitability of your overall affiliate marketing program?
So I can speak to how we do it at my company. We're very meticulous about tracking. So we actually record every revenue generating event that happens associated with an individual member, and every member is then tied to an affiliate. So we know exactly how much revenue each member generates, and thus can look at the profitability of any given affiliate based on raw data. A lot of companies that are just looking to start up affiliate programs might not have that capability. So I think there's a lot you can do looking at run rates in your financials. How many new customers are you generating on an ongoing basis today? How much revenue are you generating on an ongoing basis, kind of when you launch your affiliate program, and then look at how those metrics change after you launch your affiliate program. Those can be ways you can approach the problem as well if you're not able to put in place more advanced tracking technologies.
Rick, I think this would be a good question for you. What are some of the tax implications? What impact has Minnesota's affiliate Nexus tax policy had? Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So if any of you have heard of the Amazon sales tax or internet sales tax, essentially what it does is for advertisers or merchants working with affiliates in specific states that have passed this legislation, it gives them nexus in that particular state where they're now required to pay sales tax. So from a merchant perspective, it can be a huge tax liability. What's happened in many cases with Amazon and Buy.com and some of these larger e-commerce sites, they've actually stopped working with affiliates in those states because they can, at this point. So it's been interesting, it's really drawn to the surface the importance of compliance and understanding the partners that you're working with, their business model, and how you're working with them as a partner so that there's no tax liability where you get a love letter from the IRS, so to speak. So I don't know if you guys want to expand based on your experience.
Eric, may I add something?
Yes.
Comments that were just made are based on domestic taxation. As Chris will attest to, there are international tax implications as well. How many countries do you operate in?
I have customers in 179 countries, so every single one of them.
If we only had domestic tax issues to deal with, we actually could handle this pretty easily. But as Chris will testify, some of these international issues are kind of interesting.
They're very troublesome. So I have a couple of companies set up to be able to handle that. So I have companies set up in Malta and in Nevis, and they really help me handle jurisdictional tax issues in those regions. The Nexus problem is very problematic. It's also just a matter of the internet and the global economy and global commerce and how we're dealing with jurisdictional issues in governments and how they're taxing across those borders. It's a brand new area that's unfolding every day, and as you're seeing Amazon pull out of certain states, it's just something that we're dealing with and understanding.
It's affected us. Amazon directly is not a customer, thankfully, because Amazon has shut down their affiliate program to affiliates in the state of Minnesota rather than have to collect sales tax from customers in Minnesota. But they have many subsidiaries, and some of those subsidiaries are customers of us, so that's a revenue loss for us. So unfortunately, it's tax policy with good intentions, but the outcome is, there is no incremental revenue being generated because Amazon just shuts down their affiliate program, and that hurts businesses in Minnesota. So hasn't impacted us greatly, but imagine the bloggers out there or websites that have traffic that want to generate affiliate revenue by selling Amazon products. That's no longer an opportunity that's available for them. So it really does, I think, call for a greater need in solving this challenge a different way than on the individual state level.
Yeah, domestically, I think Illinois was probably one of the higher profile states that did this, just because there's some large coupon sites there. Coupon Cabin, Ebates, and Fat Wallet are headquartered out of there. They just relocated to Wisconsin. So, we've seen companies just shift their business, relocate. Again, no incremental tax revenues collected by the states, and in some cases, states have reversed the nexus. But it's been an interesting thing to see happen, and our company was very involved, trying to help support and help people understand, what this actually means based on other states that have passed it. Not to get too political or anything, but it's just been an interesting and pretty hot topic in the last couple of years.
So 2 more quick questions before we save some time for audience Q&A, so we can be respectful of everyone's schedules. Bit of a loaded question. We all probably get this in our businesses in different respects. How long does it take to start getting revenue? If you start an affiliate marketing program today, what's the ramp-up time? How much revenue, maybe increase? You touched on this a little bit, but let's go into it a little bit deeper. How long should it take before you start to expect noticeable revenue?
I would say for our clients, it depends on the brand. So, working with Groupon, they scaled their program to a 7-figure monthly run rate within 4 months. That was a lot of fun. We also have clients that are early stage. They don't have as strong brand recognition. It can take months until you get publishers on board and in driving sales. Typically, our clients see a positive ROI somewhere between month 6 and 12. But it really varies depending. There's a lot of different factors that go into it. But in general, the larger the brand, the more e-commerce they're doing online, the more affiliates are going to be able to scale quickly.
I think just taking the kind of the opposite side of that question, if you're an affiliate, how much revenue can you expect to generate as an affiliate from the traffic that you have? And generally speaking, you should expect to generate revenue commensurate with the amount of traffic that you have. So in our case, it's a couple million people visiting our website every month. That translates into a couple $1 million of revenue per month. But you should see that fairly linearly. And if you're not seeing that happen, then I would advise that there's probably something wrong with the content or affiliate offers that you're trying to promote. Right? If your content is focused on one niche or one vertical, the affiliate offers that you want to promote should be in line with that. And if you're not seeing revenue being generated, there might be a problem there.
Last question, and I'm going a little bit off script. What's been changing the most in your guys' industry in the last few years? What's changed the most, and what's going to continue to change? Besides everything.
Is everything an answer? The internet industry changes. Annual business planning doesn't exist in the internet world. You have to be thinking about those things weekly. Tracking is really changing. So 5 years ago, merchants probably weren't great at tracking how well a customer they've acquired through affiliate marketing is actually performing for them over time. They think a customer might be worth $20, but they don't really know. That's not the case anymore. Any merchant who's operating that way is getting killed. So merchants now have the capability of knowing precisely what their return on advertising spend is. So you as an affiliate need to deliver customers that are generating long-term value for those merchants. And if you're not an affiliate of that merchant for very long.
So
Poker's going to become legal?
Well,
right? That's
poker's
changing.
becoming legal. That's a gigantic thing. The biggest thing we deal with is competing against Google in the search engine and the algorithms. So we're always producing content and trying to draw traffic to our websites. As Google updates their algorithms, that's going to affect the traffic and what's coming into our websites. So we're always fighting against that technologically. As Darren said, annual business planning doesn't exist. Everything is moving extremely rapidly. In the United States, it was a business that my company grew to be a $13 million company by 2010. United States lost online gaming. It's now coming back, and so I'm constantly analyzing the legislative landscape here to see where I can be offering my product on a state-by-state basis.
I can't stand business planning. That's why I got into affiliate marketing. I think the biggest thing that we've seen is really coming down to attribution. So marketing attribution in terms of the different marketing channels and how they influence the customer at different touch points, but also within the affiliate channel specifically. So you have, Darren talked a little bit about different categories. So you work with bloggers. Bloggers can be great for content marketing and helping educate the consumer, but typically they lose out because most companies use last click wins attribution modeling, where they reward the affiliate that gave them that referred the customer when they actually purchased, which, as you might imagine, coupon code and coupon sites are huge. Retail Me Not, they are probably the number 1 or 2 search result for any coupon related term. So merchants now have to deal with, how much value is that coupon site really adding? How can we compensate bloggers who may have had more influence than the coupon site? So as big data is getting more, companies are adapting and understanding the data that they have on the customer journey. And we're just talking about online. That's not even talking about showrooming and the brick and mortar space, but understanding the customer path and how affiliates influence those purchases at different stages is really what companies are trying to understand now, and then how to compensate them for their appropriate influence on converting that customer.
So let's play Stump the Panel and open up the floor for questions. Who has some questions?
Is there any way to identify high-performing affiliates for particular categories? Is there a way that an advertiser can proactively identify those affiliates, or do you just need to wait for them to find you through the test?
I think there are quantification tools out there, like like a Compete.com or an Alexa. So what these tools will tell you within verticals and even more filtering capabilities as well is who are the top affiliates or who are the top traffic generators within that vertical. So if you're starting an affiliate program in X vertical, you can use these quantification tools to tell you what's the universe look like, who might be the top 100 of affiliates and able to generate traffic for me in that vertical. So those tools do exist. They are expensive, but they do exist.
Question in the back?
What percentage of your revenue comes from those companies who compensate you only when a sale is made versus compensate you for generating a lead or a try?
So about 99% of my revenues are when a sale is made. And in my industry, when a sale is made is when a visitor goes to the poker operator and actually makes a deposit and starts playing hands. So it's a little bit of a reverse process. So that's in my industry. I also do have some social gaming promotions that I run, and all that's required there is if the user goes and puts in an email account and starts playing social gaming, and that's a much lower pay, but it's the other 1% of our revenues.
It's the majority of ours as well. So either CPA, which is cost per action, so somebody actually joining to become a customer, not just a click, or even a revenue share model like Chris had spoke about a little bit earlier. That's the majority of our revenue. Some advertisers still do prefer to buy clicks, and not because they're less savvy, actually in most cases because they're more savvy. They know that if they buy on a per click basis, and again to Chris's point earlier, they're really good at converting those clicks, they can actually achieve a lower cost per action than what they might otherwise have to pay. So actually more savvy marketers are still buying on a per click basis.
Yeah, Darren had earlier mentioned eBay rather. They pay affiliates on a cost per click, but you as an affiliate don't know how much you're getting. They have an algorithm that qualifies the quality of that traffic. So one customer you referred to eBay, you may get paid $5. Another that doesn't do anything, you're going to get paid a penny. So it does vary.
We have time for one more question if anyone has one.
So how does the ad networks like AdRoll play into this affiliate? Are they one of the major traffic generators?
So thinking of the different ad networks, they're typically a different channel. So they tend to be more display and awareness, whereas affiliate tends to be more performance-based. So when you talk with bloggers, for example, as an affiliate manager, we're competing with what they're earning from on a CPC or CPA basis from some of the ad networks. But you know, they're tremendous. I mean, they're very large networks, but they're kind of different channels or different groups typically within a marketing organization.
I'd say when we launched our affiliate program, it was almost all affiliate network driven, right? So we didn't have the resources to be able to manage relationships with end affiliates and put marketing materials out there to attract new affiliates. So we did all of that through affiliate networks. Now, of course, that has an economic impact because you're going to pay more that way. Now, as we've grown, it's become more important for us to have direct relationships with affiliates. So the affiliate network channel is less important. Not that it's not important at all, but less important over time.
So that will wrap things up. Thanks to Darren Cotter from Inbox Dollars, Chris Carlson from 4Cubed, and Rick Gardner from Affiliate Management. Rick, do you want this? Or? We're all adjourned, I guess.